Hey guys, Natalie Vasquez here, and excuse the hair once again, it's doing its own thing. I don't know what it wants to do, but I came up with another topic today, which is really prevalent. It's becoming more and more common that I'm hearing this issue come up, so we gotta talk about it. So when we talk about children or teenagers, everything is going to depend on the age, of course, that they are, right? So I bring up something or you bring up something and we talk about it. That would be a really cool place to live, exist, and then grow from with one another. So I don't want this to be all me or all what I'm saying. I definitely want feedback, but I want to also be here to share it, because sometimes, like I said in the last video, something is put on my heart to share, and I believe that it is God telling me, okay, this is something that is a problem in a lot of families, and everyone's trying to figure it out together, and we're all trying to do the best we can, but we're tired, right? Because we have the regular job, we're trying to keep up with everyone and everything. So let's try to think in terms of one step at a time. So if you have little children and you're not really sure how to get involved with them, get them to listen to you, get them to respond to you. You know, I've heard all the things about gentle parenting and, you know, how to say something, and that may not be your style. Like, it just may not be your thing. So I'm here to say the one thing that ultimately changes a relationship with anyone, but we're talking about younger children at this moment, time. So time with them is your magic answer. However you can implement that is your key to getting them to respond better, listen more often to you, learn right and wrong from you. So if you can do that in the morning somehow, wonderful. If you can do that in the afternoon somehow, when you get home, at night, it just, that part's up to you. But really big with little ones is play. Not only just playing generally, but let them decide on what you're going to play, because the little ones have a lot of ideas, and the most important part about letting them play is letting them lead the play and also following them. And so just let that happen. And a lot of you already know what I'm saying, but some people really need this, at least at this moment, because staying on top of children and their schedules and our schedules, it's difficult unless you're very mindful of where everybody is and what everybody's needs are. And that takes a lot of energy, that takes a lot of time, and it takes, you know, 15 minutes a day for you to think about everyone in the family and what they might need. So I invite you to do that. Let me know how you feel about it, if it worked, what you thought, if you tweaked it and you made it better. I would love to hear your ideas so that I can share them with people that I am working with, and I will also share what works for them with you. So next thing, these are just really quick ideas off the top of my head that I've noticed make a very big difference in families. Now with teenagers, you may be looking at like phone issues. Now if you want to talk about a phone schedule, we can talk about that, but what I've noticed is that sometimes parents don't have the ability to take away a phone or say that's enough, or to create a schedule. That's going to be important. That's where it's at, is being able to implement it. So if you need more advice on how to create a good phone schedule, or figuring out what kind of phone schedule your child needs, because they are very different. Each individual person is different. But if you need like a little bit more guidance, then we need to know what age they are, maybe what their interests are, even what their temperament is, you know, how much they can tolerate in the beginning of having it removed, We have to be careful with how much time we give them. I don't want it to be where we do cold turkey, like take away. It's almost like, obviously it depends on the situation. Now, if they did something that is, right, if they did something that's terrible, we have to talk about that and figure out, hey, this is worthy of removing the phone altogether, of course. But I'm talking about situations where you're trying to change habits around the house, you're trying to change systems, things like that, okay? And then a third thing is of hearing something from them that you aren't particularly excited about, or you don't like their viewpoint on it. It's so hard not to give your opinion, but I ask you to stop giving your opinion to your kids and just be someone who says, wow, that must have been hard. Or is it just that you wanted to be with your friends, you know, asking questions instead of your opinion. So I think that's a really big one that keeps happening. We as parents give our opinion on everything instead of letting a child grow and learn for themselves and become, and I talked about independent thinking last time in a whole different scenario. So this is what makes things so complicated, is now you're teaching independent thinking to your children. You want them to grow. You want them to learn themselves. You want them to explain to you what their thinking was in that moment. And if you feel at some point they may be asking for direction, or they blatantly ask you for direction, okay, great. But, you know, be careful on how often you give advice and the timing of the advice. It's so crucial, especially with teenagers. And then the last thing is, oh no, that's not the last thing, sorry, routine. So routine, I've already talked about that before. That was in the beginning of this video. Changing routines so that you are spending more time together. If you do have children that are different ages and you feel really pulled by maybe the younger one a lot, because younger children do require a lot of attention, you have to find ways to bring in your older child and allow them to have attention just on them. And if that means removing the little one and trying to get him to do his own thing, or her to do her own thing for a little bit while you give the older one attention, you know, we can figure out how to navigate that together. Of course, just leave any comments below so that I can actually know the scenario. Expressing affection is very important, with hugging more, high fives, sitting close to them, holding their hand if, you know, depends on like the kid, right, if they're okay with that, and saying I love you more. So that's something I really want to push, is sometimes the words I love you, that's all someone needed to hear that day, and a hug, and it changes their whole world. So I just want to make sure that we're doing these things, that we're mindful of these things, and we're trying to stay aware of what your family's needs are. And then also when there is conflict, try to take a minute, maybe let everybody breathe for a little while, but don't let that go on too long. Try to repair it quickly so that they're not left in that state for very long. You want them to think about the situation for themselves and think about how it could have been better, but you also want to repair quickly. And you can repair with any of those things I mentioned before, with how to express affection. So if you have any questions, I just wanted to thank those of you who are kind, even though you've been wronged. I thank you for still going out there in the world and showing kindness. Thank you for every day that you do that, and let me know what you might need, and I'm here to help. Have a great one.